Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer, and I build model kits and Lego sets and talk about whatever's going on, anime and pop culture and games and whatever is, up for discussion. And I'm happy that you're here watching me do that. I want to thank everybody who's already in the chat. Hello, Ultron. Harold, thank you very much for hosting. Appreciate that, of course. Harold just cheered 18 bits. Always appreciated. Bits and cheers are always appreciated. Humbaus here. Yeah, throw the Bear Cave emote in there. Or if you're one of the tier 2 or tier 3 subscribers, you can throw the Lego emote. Harold's throwing in the Bear Cave emote in there. Appreciate that. Already at 10 viewers, which is rad. Thank you very much for joining me. Tuesday, I did a Twitch Sing stream, and it was a low-numbered stream, but it was a good amount of folks throughout the course. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. And it was nice. It was very nice to have, I'm trying to do an extra stream a week. That was my extra stream. 6 hours of building, 3 streams a week of that, but then one other stream. Last week, it was the Anime Awards. Next week, on Wednesday night, Cold Scar is here. Hello. So a week from yesterday, I will be doing my bonus game stream. That's a stream I do once a month where I play games with chat as a thank you. I'm going to play some Hearthstone as, people kind of come in. That's next Wednesday. And then go into playing some Jackbox games with y'all because I think that would be really fun. We're waiting a few moments to see if anybody else joins us before we start getting to the building. We're working on the Astray red frame. You can see that here. Here's the Astray red. The arms aren't fully, yes, you can see there. Arms are not fully attached because we have to put the shoulder pieces on. I just put that there just for kind of kicks, and then I did drop it immediately. So we put so we're going to put the shoulder pieces on, then the arms, and then we move on to doing the feet next. Johnny's here. Wanted to drop by, wish everyone a good evening. Well, Johnny, thank you very much for being here. I always appreciate it. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, go to bed. I know that my streams are sometimes a tough time for you, so have a good night. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. And thanks to everybody else who's stopping in. Hopefully we'll have some folks watching. Thursday's usually a busy night for us, so hopefully we'll get a few more people joining us for some streaming and chatting. Before I begin, I do want to say, if you are currently a subscriber, check your email, whatever email you use for your Twitch account. I sent an email out today that included a link to a Google forum thing, for a poll, and that poll is about what kit I should buy next, because you all have been gracious enough. You bought a lot of stuff off my wish list, but I'm now in the last kit that was bought on my wish list, so I'm going to have to start buying my own stuff again and building from my stock. So it's time for me to build something, and I picked something. Picked a few things off my wish list that I'd like to buy, and then I put it up to vote. And before we go, and I'll just check that real quick. So far, 9 people have responded, and a vote of 8-1 so far really want me to get the Lego Bastion set, which I agree. That's a kit that I'd like to purchase. So, Wednesday, February 28th. Wednesday is the 27th. Harold, thank you very much. I appreciate you mentioning that. Yes, the bonus game stream is next Wednesday, the 27th, not the 28th. The 28th is the last stream of the month, where I will be doing my subscriber giveaway, where one of you is going to win a kit that I built on stream in the past. One of the subscribers, anyway. Thank you for noticing that. Also, your birthday. Yes, that's right, Harold. One of my unfinished kit in a box behind me is the perfect grade of the Astray Red Scary Kit. Yeah, this is our second Astray Red. We did the Sengoku, and now we're doing just the red frame. But I can't imagine perfect grade because it's already got some interesting features with it. We didn't mess up the waist and body part here because we already messed that up the first time we built this kit. So now that we're doing a different version with its many backpack nonsense, but the perfect grade has even more backpack nonsense. Lastbrook says, I actually just bought that the RE100 Jagdonga on your poll from GameStop. Yes, I saw that was on the GameStop sale. And if that did win the poll, I would get that from that. Yeah, a lot of that GameStop stuff was in store only, and then apparently some people went out and got some of that in store. And of course, when they mean sometimes when they say in store, they mean they'll move it to a store. Not that your store has it; some stores have it. Yeah, there was a GameStop sale. I retweeted that. If you want to go look at my Twitter feed, we're in the main feed here now. We're gonna work on this. But yes, I retweeted that. That was the good one for me because there was so much I wanted to buy. Yeah, it was really great. I ended up picking up the Naruto from Shippuden action figure model kit, which is very similar to the Dragon Ball kits. Santini, hello. Well, first of all, hello. And second of all, I said I bought the new droid and B-Wing from the sale. Yeah. I'm as many people know, I do not enjoy the model kit Star Wars kits. I like the Lego sets, but not Bandai sets. Did not enjoy either of the kits I've built from that set. So I decided definitely was going to pass on that. Got the wrong. Can I grab the wrong piece here? Yes, I did. All right. Put that over there. I needed P7 for that. All right. But yeah, we're going to work on the shoulders right now as we continue on to this kit. So we'll do that there. Hello, Road. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Yes, there were some great cheap kits there, Lashbrook, especially the high-grade 144s. There were quite a few really solid kits in that set. There's probably still some stuff, via the web for sale, but on that GameStop sale. But I was really happy that I got. Also, I had like $3 left on a gift card for GameStop, so I was very happy to just use that to get my Naruto, which is apparently coming this weekend. So that will be a waste before I build that because I got to do a poll soon. I'm waiting to see what wins the poll that subscribers are voting on and what I buy next. But then my $10 patrons get to decide what kit I build next because that's their choice. They get to make that call. So I got to wait for that because they get to decide what I build next. I put up a bunch. I always just put up a bunch of options, and that Bastion kit, which should win the poll, will definitely be an option to build. But I also need it in my possession before it can be a poll. Because I don't want to say, hey, I'll build this next, and then it's suddenly Monday night and it didn't arrive. Road just said came off a win at Apex. I got 3 today. Not my record, but still feels good. That's awesome, Road. Congrats. And Lashbrook says, I still get winless and just came off 2 very terrible games for us. Yeah, I didn't play any Xbox for a little bit. I still enjoy it. I just have had other stuff on my plate. So I have been not playing. But that game, still good. Still like it. Still into that. And I can understand why. Yeah, it's a... Cole says, I'm playing Anthem, would love some kits of those mechs. Yeah, I haven't touched Anthem. I mean, I'm not going to buy Anthem. It just doesn't seem like a game that I'm going to put time into. And money is not growing on trees for me at the moment, as many of you know. So I am not going to go ahead and spend the money I don't really have on a video game that does not seem interesting to me, which is definitely Anthem. If people are enjoying it, I hope they are. I hope they have a ball with it and it rules. It's just not, it just doesn't appeal to me. All right, so this goes like this. We're just putting together a shoulder piece here. So they all kind of snap together, which is pretty cool. Gold says it has its problems, can't defend it, but I'm having fun with it regardless. I mean, yeah, that sounds awesome. I mean, I know people who really enjoyed playing Crackdown, even though I know other people that were really frustrated with it and are very unhappy with it. But yeah, like I said, I do know people that were like, nah, this is cool. So, not every game is for everybody. Not every game. And some games end up being awesome, even if other people don't agree with you on it. Not here to tell anyone that they're wrong for liking a game that they like. Clearly, that is not my MO. But yeah, I got to get back into Apex. I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone. I'm just, every once in a while, I just go back to Hearthstone. I'm having fun with it. The nerfs that came about very much affected my favorite deck, which I'm still playing. The 2-cost Hunter's Mark is not a big deal. But the 6-cost Spellstone is definitely changes up the game. It's not a deal breaker, but it is a bit of a heartbreaker. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been playing. Also, it's nice for me to play Hearthstone because I own it. So I'm just playing a game where I own a lot of cards in it because I've bought a lot of decks. And I just crafted a couple cards I didn't have because I'm trying a Shaman deck that is, it's got a beautiful thing. There's a Shaman card that refills your hands with any spell you played the previous turn. That's its battle cry. So what you do is you play Unstable Evolution a bunch, evolve a bunch of cards, and then play that, or evolve a bunch of monsters, then play that again, and then fill your hands with a bunch more Unstable Evolutions. It's pretty great. And then if you use one of your Unstable Evolutions the turn before you Shutter Walk, you also get back a bunch of Unstable Evolutions. And it's very good. It's a very good, silly thing. I'll show that off on Wednesday when I do my bonus and game stream. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. Yeah, let me know. You know, a dozen video games came out this week. If there's anything you're playing, let me know what you're into right now. Always like hearing from folks about what they're liking. And a big game of the week that you're super into. I've been meaning to just play Crackdown 1 again. I just really like Crackdown. Be interesting to go back to it, see how it plays. See if it's what I remember it. It definitely can't be. I'm probably also, part of me is probably misremembering like some of Crackdown with some of like the later Saints Row games, which obviously aped some of the cool parts of Crackdown. I'm probably like misremembering some of that, I'm sure. But yeah. Ultron says, I've started playing The Order 1886. It is totally okay. Yes, I never played that game, but from what I remember, it was a fine thing. Didn't set the world on fire, but people who liked it were just like, yeah, it's one of those. It's an interesting choice. A lot of new games coming out, and you're like, yeah, it's time for me to play The Order. Your cold starts to I forgot about that game. Yeah. None of the big new games are really my thing, says Road. To be honest, the next thing I'm looking forward to is the new Ace Attorney collection. That is a fine thing to be looking forward to, Road. I totally understand if the current batch of games are not your jam. But yeah, I'm glad that one game that is your jam is coming out soon. Gear of War game, but really good looking, says Ultron. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's like a hidden Gears of War game. All right, now let's put our shoulders on. We did our shoulders here. It's time to assemble them. So they just go through like this. And then just pop in like that. And do the same thing on the other side. Nothing particularly special about these stage of these shoulders. We got to put them on. Road says I'm actually am going back to old stuff too. I started replaying A Link Between Worlds, and you might try Final Fantasy VII again. Huh? I wouldn't mind playing 8 again. Actually, no. If I was going to go back to a Final Fantasy, I would go back to the secret best Final Fantasy, which is Final Fantasy VI. Hell yeah, Final Fantasy VI. You were really good, and I really thought you were great. That's my favorite Final Fantasy of the main Final Fantasies. Because Tactics doesn't count, even though Tactics is fucking great. I was replaying Phantom Hourglass, but lost like 10 hours of progress. Oh, that's heartbreaking, Road. I'm so sorry. That hurts to read. Oh, God. That's so much progress to lose. You didn't save. Oof. I have Final Fantasy VI on SNES and GBA and still never beat it. Well, that's Rook. Sounds like it's a game you got to beat. Harold says Final Fantasy IV for the win. Hey, Harold, I'm not knocking you on that. Final Fantasy IV is great. Certainly agree. The remake, real good. Last time I played Final Fantasy VII, says Ultron, I loaded in Disc 2 and was in the overworld with a tank of some sort and have no idea what to do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I liked 7. I didn't own a PlayStation when 7 came out, but I did have friends who did, and certainly was interested. But it was also like not a thing that I was like, I gotta get this game. I gotta buy this video game system and get this game. It didn't bowl me over like it did some other people. I thought it was cool, but I was, wasn't like, yeah, this is my thing. This defines me as a person. Yeah, just never didn't hit me the way it hit other people. All right, so we're going to do, so we finished the upper body stuff. Head piece fell off there. Put that on later. Now we're working on the feet, the leg unit. Start with the feet and work our way up. So we can put that there. Then we need E35 and then E35. Great. Certainly doesn't hold your hand, that's for sure, says Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember it being very hand-holdy, certainly. Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced nearly made me fail a college class, says Lashbrook. I hear that. I think the game that did that to me the most was World of Warcraft. I was late to rehearsals. I was late to my job. I definitely, while questing or adventuring or, PvP, definitely, realized, oh no, I'm supposed to be somewhere. A lot. That was definitely the game that did that to me the most of any game I've ever played, I think. Would suddenly just be like, wait, what time is it? Oh, fuck. Okay, that goes there, that goes there. We need 18 in both here. This one here. But yeah, I haven't played a Final Fantasy in a long ass time. I think 10-2 is the last mainline one. Yeah, because I didn't play 11 because I wasn't interested in 11, and I didn't play 12. Just never got around to 12. Yeah, and didn't play 13. So yeah, I guess that's The last one I played was 10-2. My last was 13-2. Yeah, I never touched 13, never touched 14, didn't touch 15. Just not anything that I was particularly interested in. I might be done with mainline Final Fantasy games. Just, they don't interest me. I mean, Japanese role-playing games, like, I think, like, I'm interested in Yakuza more than I'm interested in even Persona 5. Like, I didn't finish Persona 5. Just didn't have it in me. Because I just... well, the reason I didn't finish Persona 5 is a very simple one. I've said this on the stream before, and I stand by it. I don't give a shit about any of those characters, and I don't care if any of them accomplish their goals. I could not care less about anybody in that crew, and I do not care about them at all or anything that happens to them, and that's very bad because that game is very long. So at a certain point, I was just like, I'm done. I don't give a shit. Maybe I'll dance with them later, but even then, maybe I'll dance all night with them at some point. But yeah. If Persona 5 is your jam, if you really identify with it, I'm happy. That's great. I'm thinking about doing. I usually play every couple of years. I play through now emulated Persona 4. And it's getting close to me playing that again. It's been a while. So I've been thinking I might just, like, I don't know, do something with that. I don't know what I would do. Maybe just record myself playing, show off a cool save from it. I don't know. Every couple of weeks, I remember that Juggernaut is releasing in summer. Judgment is releasing in summer, and I get excited all over again. Road, more power to you. Yes. Get excited about your shit. Also, Juggernaut is a good name. I know that's not what the name of it is, but I'm just saying it's a pretty good name. I accidentally said a pretty good name. Go in here. No. Thought someone texted me. It was just my phone battery fully charging. Which, that's good. Okay. I really look forward to Atomic Heart. I have to know what that thing is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what games I'm, like, super looking forward to right now. I don't know if I have anything that I'm like, oh, I can't wait for this. I guess, no. I'll say what the next game that I'm certainly, like, I know I'm looking forward to, on the horizon. It's going to be, I think it's a ways, but, yeah. I don't know. I guess Wolfenstein. When's that Wolfenstein? When's the next Wolfenstein game come out? Let's see here. Yeah, when's Youngblood? Said to be published sometime this year. Alright, that's what we're getting, is sometime this year. And then there's the VR one that's also this year. But yeah. I want to play Wolfenstein Youngblood. That sounds great. That's what I want. Judgment is the new game from the Yakuza team. It's like Yakuza Ace Attorney, and it's court stuff. Road, that does sound very fucking cool. I forgot what that game was. Thank you for reminding me that's what that game is, because that sounds very good. Hypnospace Outlaw, March 12th, and I guess Devil May Cry 5. Yeah. Yeah, I could get... You know what? I might be up for a Devil May Cry game. I might be up for that shit. that could be something I could get into. Maybe, I don't know. Um, I recorded. It's a ways off because I'm not. I'm going to redo it, but I recorded the first episode of Uncommon Wealth, which is my Fallout 4 mods look that I'm going to do all through March. But I realized I was like, oh, this isn't ready. It's close, but it's not ready. I got to redo the opening because I didn't like what I ended up choosing with one of the mods, the earliest mod UE that I was going to show off. So I'm going to redo it. But yeah, I am excited for that. That's probably the next thing about the next gaming thing I'm excited about is my own YouTube series. This goes like that. I haven't heard of Atomic Heart. This looks like Killing Floor. I don't know. Thinking it's a Prey Bioshock type thing. Okay. All right. That could work. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not. I haven't been paying attention to all the latest, gaming news about what's on the horizon. Kind of been focusing on other stuff. Cause I'll talk about what I like here, but there's a lot of fucking anime coming out in April. So I'm looking ahead towards April, because April's got like slice of life school shows. There's a slice of life about a girl that doesn't talk much, but she writes haikus. That looks cool. There's the Fruit Baskets remake. One Punch Man season 2 is in April. There's a superpowers anime thing. Not the insect one, but there's another thing that's similar that like a new island continent just shows up and there are monsters, and then the people that go there end up having powers and fight the monsters, and that seems kind of cool. And then there's also an isekai about a kid that is reborn in another world, magical world, and he ends up being raised as Merlin's grandson. So he becomes super powerful, but he also has no common sense. So it's just like a complete nonsense person who also has a bunch of magic abilities. And that sounds very dumb. Road says, I thought One Punch was in fall. I'm going to double check. But I thought it was April. I'm going to look this up. Look that up. Season 2. April 2019. They just said that. I think there was a teaser trailer for it. But yeah, sometime in April. We don't know when. But yeah, that's coming up. It's April. You should know. Yeah. So yeah, it's happening. I'm excited. Between Mob Psycho season 2, here's the real thing: is that Mob Psycho season 2 is so good that it is making me excited about One Punch Man season 2. Like, they're obviously not obviously different shows, but just the idea that like a sequel to a very successful show that is like doing so well. And I've read some One Punch Man manga. I'm not fully versed. I'm not super ahead, but I'm ahead enough to know that like some cool shit happens. So that's interesting. But yeah, and then Fruits Basket. And apparently the voice actor for the main guy is coming back, which is interesting. Because that show came out in 2001. 2001. Yeah, 2001. That's right, yeah. So the fact that they're doing it again in 2018 is pretty interesting. Gives me hope. I think we talked about that before, about I'm always excited about remakes if it's a show that didn't. It was good. I mean, that first series was good, but I am excited about that coming back more. Uh, then apparently Dan McKee is getting more episodes. There's a movie out in Japan. Apparently, it came in number 11 in the rankings. There's a bunch of anime movies out there in Japan right now. So, the series "Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon," which has a series and a so weird. It has the first season is on Crunchyroll. The side series that takes place in the same universe with a lot of the same characters but focuses on a minor character was on Anime Strike, so it's on Prime. And then I don't know if anyone's going to get the movie or anything. You can never tell with that. Sometimes Crunchyroll licenses movies, other times they do not for shows they have. Like Trinity 7, there's a new Trinity 7 movie. That's a show that I was trying to talk about on Monday, but couldn't remember the name of it, and then couldn't properly describe it. But at Trinity 7, there's a movie, and that the last Trinity 7 movie came out on Crunchyroll. Is on Crunchyroll, so this one might be, but I don't know. And the OVA too. You never fucking know with OVAs. Because some even really popular series, like the OVA for Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid got licensed, but the OVA for New Game, which they did, the second season got licensed, but the OVA didn't, and it's a full episode OVA, and good. I watch that illegally. It's always a bummer. Um, but yeah, there's a few series that look kind of cool. There's a bunch of stuff that I'm not super into. Uh, there is some series out there. I can't remember the name of it, but it is a guy becomes a demon hunter because his sister gets turned into a demon, but he can communicate with her. And then I think if he kills enough demons, he can maybe save her. So he becomes a demon hunter, and that looked all right. Uh, but I'll say this, like, sad monster hunting shows, like, I was going to talk about it later. I'll just say it right now. The last episode 6 of Dororo, and 7, fuck that show. It's killing me. It's really good. And it's a thing where, like, they can only introduce so many nice, fun characters before something awful happens. Like, you only get so much happiness, or not even happiness, like acceptance of reality and like doing your best before you just get fucking dumped on. And Dororo fucking dumps it on you. It's just like, yeah, this seems pretty cool. People are trying their best. Not gonna last. Oof. It's a rough show. And we've had things where, like, people who were possessed and, like, it wasn't going to turn out great for them. Like, that has been in the show, but this last episode was fucking real rough. We can just talk about anime now. We're talking about it. It's a little early for some anime talk, whatever. Let's see. So, yeah, that's Dororo. Dororo is fucking fucked. It's good, but hard. Let's see. Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Mentioned before. It's a Rengen episode, so I'm already like, There's a big reveal at the end, which was cool. But I am, yeah. Non-mob focused episodes I'm not as interested in because I don't care if he means well. And we're learning that, right? Rengen means well, but like is still a charlatan and a liar. And it doesn't matter if he's like still helping people. He goes about it in a real shit way. So I appreciate that. It wasn't a come up this episode, but it was like hey, let's be honest about this shit. What's your fucking problem? Mob Psycho Season 2 is exceptional. And I Definitely recommend it. It is I think it is a really solid season so far, with many more episodes left. But yeah, it's really good. Rise of the Shield Hero. The fuck, man. So this was kind of like there's a new character, so they got to do a bunch of stuff to introduce the new character, and they've got to have her vying for her master's attention with the raccoon girl. So now you've got a little girl that could turn into, that is actually in reality a big chicken bird, like a chocobo basically, but she can turn into a young lady. And there's a lot of like, the raccoon girl has feelings for her master, and that's fucked because, one, as I've mentioned before, formerly the girl was a slave, and then was released from slavery and stayed with the dude after being released from slavery, which is fucked. But then also, a thing I don't think I've said in this, which is part of the series, and also fucked. Wait, what am I doing wrong here? Wait. Wait. Sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm confused about what I'm doing here with these pieces here. Are these E42? Did I do this right? I may have grabbed the wrong piece here. Sorry about that. Hold on. I was trying to make a point. Oh, so not only do we have these characters who are 38, 39, 40. Yeah, okay. So not only do we have these characters who are just like, we have a character who is formerly a slave, who's now stayed with her master, and is clearly in love with her, and that's the thing we're dealing with, is this like infatuation that she has with the character she considers her master. Also, she's young and aged up because of the magic, or being leveled up by fighting. She's like aged significantly, or her body has. So she's still young. She's still young. I don't know how young she is. So it's like, that's another layer of like, this is fucked. This whole show is so fucked. What the fuck? And as I said, I can't recommend Rise of the Shield Hero. I think it's bad. But I'm interested to see if they pay off any of if anything that they're working on in the show. Road says, I need to watch something again. I just fall off everything and have something to focus, and having something to focus on would be nice. Yeah. That time I got reincarnated into slime is almost over. I think we were on episode 20. Monday's episode was fucking weird. I talked about it on Monday. It was almost like what a season 2 episode would be. So it's weird. It's fucking very strange. It feels like a weird break in the show. But it's still a good show. Just finished Black Lagoon Season 1. That is a cool show. Yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, Black Lagoon. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'm like, oh, this is the show to watch. But yeah, it's like, that's the show season. If you've watched Mob Psycho, Season 2 is really good. Oh, and then, let's see, I got 2 more to talk about, right? I talked about Boruto. The last Boruto was fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's more like filler weirdness. But if you liked Naruto, it's kind of fun to see them interacting. And Choji was always a favorite minor character of mine. So to see Choji get to do some fun stuff with his daughter is kind of neat. But yeah. And then what else? Oh, it's Dororo. Black Clover. I haven't been paying attention. I know there's a cool arc coming. I thought we were getting into it. We're not into it yet. But it's this seems like filler, but it's like fun filler. It introduces a new captain character. We met the king in the last episode. It's all silly and weird, but that show is fun, and I like it. I still like Black Clover quite a bit. I think it's goofy, but enjoyable. All right, this took a while to put together. We got to do the other one. I think I put this together right. Yeah. But yeah, hello, Urban Buddha. Happy to have you here. So yeah, Mob Psycho Season 2 was real good. It's good so far. Rise of the Shield Hero, fucked. Can't recommend it. I'm still going to watch it. Dororo is fucked, but in a good way. I haven't seen. I'm behind on my. Okay, so the one show I'm behind on that I want to catch up on is My Roommate. My Roommate is a Cat. Is that what it is? Yes. My Roommate is a Cat. I really want to catch up on that because it looks very good. And what I've watched of it, I really like. So I'm going to try to catch up on that show because I enjoyed what I've seen of it. And then I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, and then there's a show, Love is War, Cayuga, something like that, that apparently is really good and is funny. And I didn't think that show was going to be funny. It's like a forbidden romance or people aren't being honest about their feelings, student council thing. But apparently that's good. So I might check that out. I don't know. I don't know if I'll check it out, but it sounds kind of good. So maybe I will check that show out. I don't know. And then I'm now letting myself get behind again. I caught up on Fairy Tail, and I am now letting myself not be caught up on Fairy Tail because there's a lot going on in that show. And I never watched it previously. I binged it. I never watched it live, and it feels weird to like be caught up on that show. So I'm going to let myself hopefully not get spoiled by anything. The huge reveal already happened. I already learned the biggest thing of the biggest big reveals. Some real, like, I guess I'll finally explain what's going on in the show kind of reveals. Not that I'm, no spoilers, but if you're planning on checking out Fairy Tail, but the final season of Fairy Tail, but like, there's some big shit. I'll say this. No spoilers on what it is. We found out what END means. End. END has been like this like thing for a really long time in the show. And finally END was revealed. And it was a surprise to me. I was very surprised to find out about END. So that was pretty cool. As someone that has like appreciated the series for a long time, it was real weird. Because I was a Rave Master fan back in the day. And that's the same mangaka. And in fact, there's a Plu, very minor character Plu, ends up in Fairy Tail. And it's fucking weird. To have like a character crossover on very different shows. Because Rave Master is like very shonen. Very, very shonen like series. And Fairy Tail is shonen in many ways, but is also much more like group. Like there are main characters, but there's like so many supporting characters in that show that it does definitely feel different. I also don't remember what the Japanese name for Rave Master is. It's got another name, I know, but I just remember that was the English name of the show, and I remember really liking it. Let's see. So this is going to go... Turns. Okay. This is stuff that I did. The parts of the leg here we did in the other kit. I just don't remember it. So it took me a little while to get this how it's supposed to go. It's all hydraulic stuff. That obviously it's not real hydraulics, but it's meant to look real. Anyway, I'll admit this, y'all. I have not done a lot this week, and I don't really have much to talk about tonight. So if there's anything that you want to chat about, now would be a great time to do that. I will hopefully. I'm leaving my apartment tomorrow. I'm going to go to a comedy show tomorrow night. So I have that to look forward to, and that'll also be me leaving the house and maybe experiencing a little bit of life. There are some things that are very connected between the worlds of improv comedy and the world of live streaming. Most of it is in the way you perform and rolling with things and being kind of like jumping from thing to thing and being cognizant of the world around you while you're also making it up as you go. So there are similars there. But one thing that is very similar between improv and all comedy in general and streaming is you have to go out and experience things so that you can pull from those experiences. And for comedy, it's having things to draw from for either storytelling or characters or improv, like having knowledge of the outside world so that you can draw from it. And in the world of doing streaming, having things to talk about is incredibly important, especially when you're doing something like this, because I can only talk so much about the model kit I'm building. Like, I can point things out, but really, we're going to have a conversation together, which is why the chat for particularly this show is incredibly important. I say as I stop talking for a second and drink some water. That was great. But yeah, it really is super important to have things to talk about and bring up because otherwise I don't have anything to say. I got run out of things to talk about, and that's not good for the live stream. If I'm playing Hearthstone, I can talk about Hearthstone. I can talk about what's happening in the game. I wouldn't stream Apex because that's too stressful. But if I did stream Apex, I could talk about, the character I chose and, what just happened and react and all that. And then you do have to bring in some real life stuff, but for the most part, you can just kind of talk about whatever while you're playing. And you can't do that while you're streaming model kit building. Now that is something I want to watch. Lashbrook says, I gotta say, you retweeting that old Bowser Twitter takeover really made me confused if Reggie was a work. Oh, retiring was a work. Yeah, I could see that being a little confusing. And then Ultron says, have you seen anything for that new Twilight Zone show? It looks neat. I haven't. I've seen announcements, but I haven't been actively paying too much attention to it. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for the Twilight Zone. It is a hole in my pop culture past. I am excited for the people working on it. It seems cool. But yeah, I haven't been paying too much attention to it. The hope is that I can experience some life, tomorrow and Saturday, and then when I stream on Saturday, which is always the stream where I've kind of run out of things to say, the hope is that I will be able to have some things to talk about with you for Saturday. I'm going to a very cool show tomorrow. My friends run a comedy wrestling show called Extremely Serious Wrestling, XSW. I'm always happy to see the show. I missed their show last month, which was a real bummer, so I'm going to see them tomorrow. And I think I'm going to miss their March show because their March show will be when I am away for, one, I'm going to start working Friday nights. And two, oh, thank you, Harold. Appreciate that. I will have fun. I'll have a good time. And two, I'm gonna be at PAX at the end of next month, so I think I'll miss their March show. But I I really appreciate XXW. I think it's a really solid show. They do really fun work. I've always super into their output and their comedic voice. So I'm always looking forward to that. But also, it's just going to be honestly so nice to just get out of the house. Um, Today I went for a walk and I had to go mail something. So I went farther than I need to go to mail something, just to kind of force myself to get out of the house for longer than I originally planned, so that I would go do something, because otherwise I just need to get out and do stuff. 5 weeks to PAX, says Harold. Indeed, I just got a couple more confirmations about people. March 1st will be the beginning of me promoting who's in the PAX Rumble for League of Heels. I just confirmed two participants today. I've got a lot of returning we haven't seen in a while, and I'm trying to get a few new. I'm hoping to hear back from a few more new. And I've got someone who was supposed to be in a show for us pretty recently and had to unfortunately cancel. And so we finally scheduled him in an actual show. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, it's going to be good. Any model kits you're aware of that aren't made anymore but want to see brought back? Urban Buddha, I would love to see the original Zoids. I had a lot of fun building that Liger, and I would love the mid 2000s or mid 90s, I should say, Zoids from from the show that ran on Toonami, like that incarnation of Zoids. I'd love to see those kits, because they did remake some of them, but I would really dig that. I think those kits were really fun to build, and I'd like to see like a revamp of that. I'd like to see the G Gundam kits done up in a different, like a modern take on the G Gundam kits, because they are hard to go back to, you know. And also, there are some that are only in high grade, I forget the Neo China kit and the Neo American kit are both just high grades. I know that one of them has like a builder's version, but I would like the actual just like G Gundam original. I think that would be really cool. Oh, good night, Harold. Sorry, I didn't even see that you wrote that you were taking off. Have a great night, buddy. I'll see you soon. It's a school night for Harold, so he's got to go. All right, so we just basically do what we just did here, but we're doing the other leg. So gotta find the parts that connect those parts. But yeah, I think like it stands out to me. The Zoids line stands out to me like immediately as a line that I thought was really great and would like to see those kits again. Reasonably priced versions of the Endless Waltz kits in Master Grade form that didn't get the Master Grade treatment, that eventually got like really small runs. That's nonsense. Do a real run of that. Like, I shouldn't need to pay so much to get that in a Master Grade of the Sandrock or the Heavy Arms or the Altron. You know, I'm building those in the 1/100 scale because in the high grade 1/100, because the Master Grades are incredibly expensive. Forget that. Wish they made some Leos from Wing. Oh yeah, I could see that. Cold Star, yeah. That could be fun if they did some more of the mass production kits, or models, I should say. But yeah. All right. We did that. We did that. Now we got to put H and H in here. Let's see. That's this here. All right. So these are like the pegs here in the leg. H3 and H4. That's 3. And I always like the general mechs from all the different series. Yeah, Cold Star, I hear you. I have Iron-Blooded Orphans, I think, put out some of the general ones, and I thought that was a cool decision. Um, but yeah, that can be fun to like have those in a show, or from a show. Have like the base mass-produced ones. You know, we built that ball. And certainly they've done a few Iron-Blooded ones. Yeah. Um, put that in there. You know, I've got a bunch of kits coming, and I'm excited about all of the many kits that are on the horizon for me to build. I'd like to do a Lego set next, so I'm probably going to put the Bastion one and a few others like up for vote on my $10 a month Patreon backers to pick what I build next, and it'll probably be a Lego set because we've done a lot of model kits in a row, and I would like to do a Lego set because like I said, it's been a while, and I like building Lego, and it'll be good for the channel to kind of mix things up a little bit. I'd like to go back to the 80 War in the Pocket kits I bought back in the 90s. Easy to build and nice looking. Ooh, Urban Buddha. Yeah, that does sound cool. You know, it is nice when they, like the RE100 line, I like especially because it is those big, massive kits. And it is kind of fun to go back to them. But yeah, like the I mentioned the G Gundam. Well, there were also stuff that like I said just didn't come out in Master Grade. Like the Master Grades are just the Burning and Shining and Spiegel and what is the Master, right? So like let me get the Noble in Master Grade. Let me get the American ones. Yeah, like I said, like there's a bunch of them that it always annoyed me that I couldn't pick them up in Master Grade, the 100 scale Master Grade, because that's what I like to build in. Also, they could build them again without needing a bunch of fucking screws, because there's so many screws in that generation of kit. Spike Spiegel kit, yeah, no. I have in the past built Spike's spaceship. I wouldn't mind building that again. That was a fun kit. Alright, so we put that over there, and we need to keep working on this. We need more E's here, so we'll put more E out. The Hygog with long arms is really nice. Yeah, give me the Master Grade Horse Gundam. Yes, Ultron. I mean, we built the high grade Master and his horse, so we could build the Horse Gundam, and we did that at high grade. And it's a bummer because that high grade is the horse is like 2 pieces and then like 4 legs because it's a high grade. So I will have a more detailed Horse Gundam. I totally 100% agree with you. Yes, the Swordfish. That's the name of Lashbrook. Thank you. Yes, the Swordfish is that was a really fun kit. I remember it's a cool ship, and I remember that being a fun build. I enjoyed that build. That one was very fun for me. Let's see. All right, so we're going to finish this ankle part here, and then I'll do my my momentary ad break here where I like to talk about ways that you can support the channel, all that, and then we'll get back to building. Because it's been about an hour, and I'm going to drink some water as well, because I can feel my voice needing it. Singing so much on Tuesday, definitely, because it wasn't just that I sang on Tuesday, it's that also I practiced a bunch that day. was trying out some songs and stuff and really pushed my voice. So I gotta be kind of rest up. I'm gonna try to rest up. Also, I'm going to, even though it is a comedy show, it is still a wrestling show that I'm going to tomorrow. So I know that I'll be yelling. So I'm gonna try to be in the front row so I don't have to yell too much. But I know I'll yell a little bit. Bitsoul, first of all, hi Bitsoul. I have that swordfish kit on my wall. One of the only models I display. That's a great model. I mean, I built it in the past. I lost it in a house fire years ago, but that kit was always cool. It was a fun build, I remember. That kit I definitely miss a lot. I had a few kits that I mean, I had a few on display that I lost, like. And so sometimes I end up buying a kit here that, while it'll be fun to build on stream, it's also fun for me to just own again, even if I do send them off. Like, obviously, as you all know, I'm keeping every. Sorry, just looking at this here. I'm keeping all of the death sites that I've built. None of y'all are getting the death sites, but that's because I want to rebuild my death site collection. It's important to me. And I now have death scythe in super deformed. And I have all three, or I have two of the master grades, and then I have the one death scythe hell in the high grade, all on the 1/100 scale, because that was important to me. And the super deformed death scythe was fun. And then we even did the phantom, the love phantom. I could definitely see leaving my collection eventually and sending that off, because I don't need it, but it was important to build it because it had a scythe. Rewatched Bebop series a few months ago. Ending still gets me every time. Dem feels. Totally. Rain is still an emotional song for me. When I hear that track, it fucking oof. This is years ago, so this was around the time of Cowboy Bebop. It was still a popular. It was growing in popularity, of course, the English dub and all that. And Rain is in English. The song Rain, which is a beautiful song from Bebop, is in English. So it was a song that people learned. And I was at Otakon, it's in Baltimore, huge anime convention, biggest on the East Coast at the time, at least. I don't know if it still is, but huge. And so I'm in one of the panel rooms or conference rooms, and it's karaoke, and then so someone does Head Shala, and then somebody does the Pokemon rap, and somebody does the Yu-Gi-Oh song, like the English version, and it's fun. And somebody does the Japanese Yu Hakusho song, like first theme, and that's cool. And it's fun, and everyone's having a good time. And then somebody fucking sings Rain, and it's no, it he did an incredible job, but holy fucking shit, I was not ready to be sad at an anime convention. I was having a pretty good time, and then suddenly it's just oh, it was gutting. Beautiful fucking tune, but yeah, totally threw me off. I was not ready to feel feelings like that for that goddamn song. Yeah, someone cutting on here. Yeah, it was that song is beautiful. I'm not gonna play it because copyright stuff, and I don't want to deal with any of that. I want this archive to be pure. But look up Rain. Tech Nine, the rapper, raps over it. And there's at least one other song I know that is over that. It's pretty good. But the original is woof, unbelievable. One of my favorite songs from all anime. Uh, and I remember it was like there was like a long pause, and then so this is stuck with you, right? So people are singing whatever. People singing anime songs I don't know. People are singing in English. People are singing Japanese. It's really fun. Someone does Rain, and uh, it's fucking like devastatingly. He does such a great job, but people are like, oh, and there's like some people who don't know what that is, like the song is, but they're still like feeling it. And then the person who's running it, this girl just goes, "Does someone want to do Head Chala again?" And it was just like so fucking funny. Her being like, "I don't know what to do. Maybe we'll all sing the Dragon Ball song again." And so they did, and then it was a group. It was like a group sing along. No one came up. It's just everybody just sang from their seats, and it was like so necessary. It's one of my favorite fucking moments at a convention of all time. Uh, um, that song that plays at the end, Blue. Oh, Blue is rough too. Lastbrook says, I did Rain once in a regular karaoke group because it was the only bebop song I saw. I did not do a good job because I don't remember the beat. I mean, there's not a lot of musical accompaniment to that song. I just know it's like I don't feel a thing and I stopped remembering. It's a beautiful tune. Uh, but I like that like the karaoke place. They're like, we have one Cowboy Bebop song. We can't have Tank because there aren't lyrics to Tank, so we've got this one. Fuck. I appreciate awkwardly songs sung at karaoke. Yeah, I mean you gotta. That's part of it. You gotta go for it. I used to do. So a friend of mine had a karaoke machine, a little tiny device. You know, it's like a little tube TV, and then you can output it. And so he had one, and we had CDs. This was the mid 2000s, so we should have been just using the internet, but we didn't. Um, but I remember he had it, and we did a thing. We got bored with all the songs because we were doing it like every week. So eventually, we just started doing challenge karaoke. Uh, where you would just you would get someone would challenge you to sing a song and you had to go up and do it, and then if you completed the song you could challenge someone else to sing a different song, and then the everyone who wasn't singing would just chant pick the duo, pick the song, because you would pick like a couple people, and you just chant pick the duo, pick the song, and then just sing whatever the fuck came up there. uh And I remember that being really great because it was like you got over your any dumb issue you had really quick because you had to sing. Uh, okay, so let's see. I think I'm only done karaoke at Korean joints. They always have a smattering of Japanese anime music. Yes, you're always going to find something there at Korean. Uh, Orphans, yes, from Iron Blood Orphans, pretty rough. Yeah, the ending theme for Iron Blood Orphans season 1. Yes, it's beautiful, but very sad. Um, I used to get weird emotion when I would hear the song, the end song to Mass Effect 3. The song wasn't particularly awesome, but just reminds me of saying goodbye to Shepard. I hear you. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't have to be super, like, even, like, impactful to you. It just reminds you of a feeling, you know? Um, there's I mean, this was because of the time, though, right? Obviously, this is a product of the time. There were a lot of there were a lot of CDs that came out when Samurai X or Rurouni Kenshin came out, right? And they still did a thing where like they wouldn't be in the show, but there'd be a song that like, I mean, Yu Yu Hakusho has this as well, but Kenshin had it where it was like actors from the show would sing songs that were like based on the characters, and there's this group song, right? And it's just like a song about like being friends and everyone together, and it's all the cast members are singing, and it's a fine song, and I don't understand what the song is. I just think it's kind of fun. And then there's a part in the song where the voice actors who play the little girls, Kaoru, the main character's like younger sisters, and those voice actors come in and start singing, and they're just singing about being happy and like loving Kenshin, and it's just like, oh, I was like, I don't know what you're singing right now, but I love this song so much. The ending themes for Persona 4, yes, totally. Oh yeah, Orphans at the end of the Biscuit episode is just so rough. Yeah, that could be really tough. But yeah, I remember that song being great. That era is fantastic. I mean, they still come out. So people do. There's still radio dramas, but not to the extent that you had at the time, especially in the mid '90s. There are tracks done by the Yu Hakusho voice actors. There's like a Kurama Hiei duet that's like unbelievable. And there's the Quabra song is fantastic. There's so much good, and it's both good and good. Like songs from that era for Yu Yu Hakusho. Like a lot of like, hey, I'm just doing this thing. There's like a Keiko and Yosuke song. But yeah, Quabra's theme is hilarious. Fucking really good. Let's see. P5 theme is hella hype. Yeah, I like that one. Harbor Town. Also, hi people. So I got some folks joining us tonight. I'm going to take a break right now as everyone jumped in because I haven't done this yet. We started talking about like themes and music and anime that hit you. Macross 2012. Yes, the concert. Yes, that is beautiful. But hi. Yeah, I mean, I think when you thought it was a standard Gundam, you meant it was like a modern Gundam. Like, let's be real, like Gundam Seed is okay, but Gundam Seed doesn't like, it's good, but it's not child soldiers dying on the battlefield, iron-blooded orphans good. Like, it's just different. Like, and then for a lot of people, the Gundam Build series is their Gundam. So, like, that's no comparison between the two. But yeah, let's take a moment to say hi. Thanks so much for watching. If you're not already following me, please give me a follow. Set your notifications so you know when I go live. Consider becoming a subscriber. Being a subscriber means you get the Bear Cave emote. Please throw the Bear Cave emote up there, folks, if you're currently a subscriber. That would mean the world to me. I'm an affiliate here on Twitch, which means that for every subscriber, I get half of basically what you're paying a month. You can use your Twitch Prime coin. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link that to your Twitch. And then that's one way to support me. And it's like free money because you get that free token, which you have to renew on your own. You can't automatically renew it. Aristophan, hello. Thanks for being here. Seed is hot garbage. Yeah, I'm not saying Seed is great, but what if Seed was your first Gundam show, and then you watch Iron Blooded Orphans? Patreon. I have a Patreon. $1 a month to get a Q&A. I'm doing a Q&A this weekend. Monthly Q&A no one else gets. $5 a month to get all the videos early. I'm going to send this archive up to early to my Patreon supporters. And then $10 gets to vote on kits that I build. I constantly put up polls for my $10 patrons to vote on what I build next from the collection of kits I have. That's another way to support me. I mentioned I've got this Amazon wish list. This kit, the Astray Red Frame that we're building right now, was bought off my wish list by Alex Navarro. That was great. I do model kit builds here on Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I do 6 hours of builds a week, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern, all those nights. So I do about 6 hours a week of building. We're like an hour and 15 into this one, and I'll build again on Saturday. And then do extra stuff. This week I did a Twitch Sing stream on Tuesday. Next week I'm going to do a Jackbox stream next Wednesday, and play Jackbox games with the chat, and maybe play a little Hearthstone while I wait for the chat to fill up. I also have a Ko-Fi. So the Amazon stuff, I should mention. Anybody that buys anything off the wish list, I build ahead. So like I said, I have a backlog. I just bought a Naruto kit that I'm going to build in the future. I've got an Optimus Prime kit, the attack mode, it says, so it doesn't transform, just one mode. I've got some Lego sets to build. That's all waiting in the wings, and I will build that very soon. But if anybody buys anything off my wish list, that goes to the head of the line. So when it arrives, I always jump the line. I also started buying some Tony Chopper kits. They're tiny little kits, and there are 5 of them in the series, and they are all like Chopper on a particular vehicle that kind of represents one of his points, his transformations. And then you can combine all 5 into a giant Tony Chopper, but not Monster Point. Harbortown Hobbies is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, set your notifications so you know when I go live. My next build stream after tonight will be on Saturday. And yeah, I build Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Occasionally I have to change those up, but that should be my schedule until I go away at the end of March. I appreciate people hanging out in the chat as I do some building. And some talking about anime and such. I do have the Build with Bear community. Feel free to join my Discord. It is pretty cool, and you're welcome to hang out there. My episode 3 of Viva Mod Vegas. All the month of February, every Monday, I've been doing another episode. I'm going to do 4 episodes of it, where I look at mods and cheats from Fallout New Vegas as an excuse to play one of my favorite games of all time. And then next month I'll do Uncommon Wealth, which will be my look at Fallout 4, which I got to start filming now. But yeah, those are all the ads. We're going to get back to building. Thanks everybody for joining me tonight. Always appreciate having an audience here as we do the model kit building stuff. Working on the legs of our Astray red frame. As mentioned, this was purchased off my wish list by Alex Navarro. Harbortown, you're building a MG dual poggers. I'm gonna look. I know what that is. I'm gonna look this up again because it's been a while. But that obviously that's a name that you can't forget. So yeah. Wait a minute. What am I? Dual poggers. Yeah. What is that from, Harbortown? Because I can't remember. Yeah, you're gonna have to refresh my memory. Because it is. Is that the Shroud? Am I thinking of that? I'm working on the HE Inception Custom Origins kit. Oh yeah. That one I do know. That is a cool kit. We often do master grades here. We'll do high grades if there's not available in master grade. That's usually my thing, and the 1/100 scale, because it's a scale I like to build while having a conversation. Because sometimes it is tough to talk and build model kits at the same time. But there are some good kits out there for building. We did build the Sengoku Astray, and I'm really looking forward to when this kit is completed, when we finish building it. I am going to take the swords from this kit and take some photos with the Sengoku holding all 4 swords. Yes, the Assault Shroud. Yes. That's what it was. Yes, okay. Yeah. That has a really big, right? A really big, massive weapon, right? Like, it's, I'm trying to remember. But I think, it has like, I'm going to look it up. I'm looking it up over here. Yes, it's got the shoulder gun. And then a really good shield, too. That's right. Also, I'm looking at it now. Also, orange. You just Uh, you're on PS4 chat. Oh, okay. That makes some sense. Yes, it's got that really nice shoulder gun. It's got that orange color to it, which you just don't see as much. Obviously, I do like that now and again when you can kind of like just see just something a little different, right? It's a little bit of different coloring. It was fun working on that the Love Phantom and getting a little purple in our life. Just mix it up now and again. It's good to have. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the next kit I'll be building is. Obviously, I have to. Oops, this isn't the right piece. Gotta put the other one in first. But I'm excited to finish this and put it next to the Sengoku Astray from Gundam Builders, because I think it'll be really interesting to compare and contrast those two kits together, and then also borrow these swords for the other one. Will be cool too. All right, so that wasn't like that, and that goes on there. And we'll be doing we're doing this one leg, finishing up the right leg, and then we'll jump over to the left leg as well, and it will be basically the same on the other side, and it'll move way faster. The shoulder weapon are missiles. Oh, that's right. Okay. Hello, washable markers. Well, we're building. Do not worry about being away. That's totally fine. We're building the Sengoku red frame, which is cool. Get some new folks in the chat, which is always nice. You have the high grade flight core. Yeah. This kit is cool. Like, obviously, the Sengoku, I really love the Sengoku because it has that samurai look to it, and also big punching arms that can also hold swords, and then also go over the other arms. Like, there's some weirdness to it. This thing obviously has the backpack, the weird bow, big sword backpack that is just strange in a way that I very much enjoy. So there's a lot about this kit that I really like. This particular one. It does have screws in it, which is weird. Santini says you're entering a Gundam into competition. That's right. You've been showing some photos of working on the diorama part of that, right? They've been looking fantastic, so good luck to you. I have never done that competition, I should say. Entered any of that. I've mostly, this is the closest I've gotten to it being any sort of other than just like a hobby I just did, and now that it is part of my streaming and therefore part of my life here and its own small business. But this is the closest I've ever gotten to anything like that outside of. I had a job working at a place that did imports, and at one point I got paid to put together a couple Gundams for them for the store. So I did get paid at one point briefly to build model kits. That was part of my job, just to put together one kit, put together a goof for work. That was pretty great. But that was also fucking awesome at the time. The fact that my boss was like, "Wait, you build model kits, right? You buy them from here. You want to put together this thing? We'll put it in the window." And I was like, "Yes, I do. I will do this in my spare time and care way too much about it." More of a blue frame fan. I understand. I like the red frame. There's a lot of similarities between this kit and the Sengoku kit, which we built first, which maybe we should have built this one first, and it wouldn't have felt so. I don't know. But I'm still enjoying it. Alex Navarro, friend of the stream, bought two kits for me, which is awesome of him. And he bought very good kits. He bought this kit, and he bought the RE100 Hama Hama. And boy, did that kit turn out cool. The wire stuff for the claws was very annoying. I did not enjoy that part. But every other part of the Hama Hama was rad as hell. That was such a fun build and such a cool looking kit. Really, really liked that. Really dug it. That's Nozak boy. What was it? What was a Zaku that the other day that? So what was that? Someone called it a. It was clearly a Zaku. I forget that this is a terrible anecdote because I don't remember what it was. But there was something where someone was calling something a Gundam, and it was clearly a Zaku. And I don't remember what that was. But I remember just being like, I was like, this is not a Gundam. It's not a Gundam. It's like, no, 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 no. You're not building a Gundam right now. Don't worry about it, but that's not a Gundam. Got so much left to build on this leg. I forgot how detailed the legs are on the Sengoku. It's awesome. I mean, this is, you're paying for a master grade. Let them give you a bunch of bullshit. But I forgot how much layers of armor, how many red layers and white layers, and then red layers, which is a lot. I'd forgotten. I have a couple of Lego sets to put together, so watch markers. We'll probably post some pics to the Discord. Please do. One has a lot of stickers. Yeah, I mean, some Lego sets, they do the custom pieces. Others do rely on stickers. The nice thing about doing Lego sets is you do have the benefit of having what was I going to say? Oh, you do have the benefit of their decals being kind of easy to figure out where to put them. There's some give and take there, especially if you're using like a sponger or tweezers. You can kind of like peel them back up and put them back on again. There's some give to them, which I always appreciate in my kits. If there's a little bit of give, as we know in this channel, if it's a high grade or if it's like when I do the Naruto or when I've done Dragon Ball figurized kits, you kind of have to put the stickers on because it's important. But I'm not a super fan of stickers. Like, we don't do any water-soluble stickers on this stream. People ask that, like, oh, do you paint kits? I have in the past. I don't for this stream because the level of determination and focus I would need to give paint is just not going to happen while we talk about anime and model kits and, if we want to talk about like the fact that Nintendo of America's next president in April is Doug Bowser. Like, I can't be painting a kit and talk about Douglas Bowser, new Nintendo of America president. So Harbor, if you're looking for great Lego, the Ninjago line is where you want to be. The most fun I've had, because I do enjoy the Star Wars kits. I've had a ball putting the Star Wars kits together, but I recognize those are very expensive and not for everyone, and not everybody loves Star Wars. So I totally understand why some people are not into them. But I am so much into the Sony P and J. The Ninjago line, the dragons in particular. The dragons have been awesome. Harbor says my body wasn't Reggie. But yeah, in particular the that's what I needed in that. And then in a J2. As I was saying, I've had a lot of fun building stuff from the Ninjago line. It's priced affordably because you're not paying the licensing tax for Marvel or Disney or Star Wars or anything like that. So it is pretty reasonably priced as far as kits go. And it's pretty fucking great. So yeah, I would recommend checking out the Ninjago line if you're looking to get back into Lego and you miss some of the old days. Because even like Lego ideas, I've been kind of disappointed with. I've been following them for a long time, but it seems like they got really interested in just doing licensed stuff, and I was hoping for a little bit more, some interesting things from them that wasn't just purely licensed. Um, those pop-up books look cool, though. I would like to do that at some point. Those like storytelling pop-up Lego books look very cool. I'd be into that. But yeah, Reggie Fils-Aimé is retiring. Fils-Aimé. Do not know how to say it right. So I will stop saying that and I will just say Reggie. Reggie is retiring. Yeah, good old Doug Bowser is going to run Nintendo of America. And that's very weird. I think I tweeted this out, but I'll say it again because I thought it was pretty good. That it's only because his name is Bowser that we're not going to call him collectively. We aren't going to call him President Doug, which is also a great name and a great title. Oh, the Nintendo of America President Doug? Yeah, we're not going to do that. Because instead, we get to say Bowser. Which, everybody's right, is very funny and very good. People aren't wrong about that. It's awesome. Oh. This is not coming on. What's this going on here? Really tiny pieces. Every once in a while you get one of them on your master grade. There we go. Got that in. This piece likes to keep popping off. I wonder why. Whatever. We'll make do. And then let's see. What else we got to put on here? Okay. Oh, now we're just going to build the ankle for the foot. We're done with the leg piece here. Now we build the ankle. Move right along. I was slightly concerned about his 8-year history at EA. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo of America certainly isn't, there are a lot of the press side and the forward-facing side in the U.S. I don't think they have. Certainly, they have a lot to say about localization, but it's still Nintendo is still a Japanese company, and I think it always will be one. So I don't know. And he's been there for a few years, so he should theoretically know the culture. I've heard good things from friends of mine that have been through Nintendo, so that's good. But yeah, who knows? All right, yeah. So we're working on the ankles here of our kit. Line this up right. Oh, yeah, and then Saturday we'll keep building. We've got episodes left. This is a pretty comprehensive master grade, so we will have many shows at least into next week. We will keep going with this kit, which is great because I look forward to, we did a bunch of high grades in a row, and that was fun, but also doesn't take too long to do. So it's nice to have a little bit of a lengthy build now and again. Every once in a while, right? But yeah, I mentioned my Discord before. That is the Build with Baer community Discord. And I love it when people post photos there. Also, if you're building anything, you can always send me a tweet. Twitter.com/PatBaer. I retweet every time someone sends me something they're working on because it makes me really happy. Like everything from Zorb's building model kits with his daughters to someone getting into the hobby for the first time or building stuff that I've never heard of or seen before. Kits I didn't even know were out there. People doing detailing work. I love seeing that. It always is awesome to know that people are out there doing really cool kits. Especially, like I said, stuff that I don't do. I don't do paint, so it's cool to see folks and what they're painting and what they're building. Like that always makes me really happy. So yeah, if you got anything going on there, and sometimes that stuff is just like, hey, I finished this puzzle. Please look at my puzzle. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to check out your puzzle. I want to see what you built. I love that shit. I always want to see that stuff. So please share it. And if you don't want to, then don't. It's cool. If you want to keep your building to yourself, you can also do that. Alright, got that, got that. What else do I have left? C6 and C5, okay. Alright. Goes on that side. C5 goes on the other side. But yeah, we're getting close to wrapping up for the evening. Obviously, we got a little time left, so if there's anything going on out there that you all want to chat about, I'm more than willing to talk about it. We did have some good anime music talk, which was always nice. Always nice to talk about some of those themes that just get you. Time you hear them. And I don't know where that just flew, but that flew in the air. So that's one of those things where, like, obviously that's me rushing, so I'm going to take my time on the other side. But I will find that at some point, and I will put it on. And luckily, it's just the ankle here of our kit, so I will be able to find that when I'm cleaning up from this build before Saturday, and I'll just put it back on. So not the end of the world, not the worst thing that could happen. I have to be just careful that I'm not doing that again, because sometimes finding pieces like that is tough. One thing about all the Astray Reds, both the Astray Reds we've built, is there is a lot of, like, on not every piece, but some of these pieces just have some extra plastic you've just got to be careful with. Some nubbins here. So you can either, use your snipper clips, or you can go and use sandpaper or a sandpaper stick if you're running into a problem. But yeah, I do not know where that little piece went. It could have gone anywhere because it did go up out of my hands. So it literally could be anywhere, which happens. I try to avoid that shit, but it happens. When I was building on a very small table, when I first started doing these streams, you go to my early streams, take a look at some of the early builds we did here on the channel. There was a bunch of me dropping things because I had a very small workspace to work on. And I would drop things all the fucking time. I've gotten better at it. Just like slowing down and not letting myself get overwhelmed. And then, oh, I found it! Hooray! It landed on my sock. So we found that. It's the other part of that piece there. We do have actually two more, but, really annoying when you just drop things. So I'm going to try to trim this down because I was trying to force it on as it was. All right. As I said, both, not only did is that an annoying part of both these kits here, honestly, the only problem we really run into is just assembling the part of the chest here into the waist. On both Astrays, it was the same issue of just like, there's the very first step, you can just assemble that part wrong and totally screw yourself. And it's literally the first step of the kit, which is really weird. Alright, so C11 I need. So look out for that. I guess if you buy an Astray Red frame master grade of either This or the Sengoku. It's the same basic kit. Obviously, lots of differences as you go on, but similar in the beginning. Alright, so it goes in there. It goes like this. Alright. And that's our ankle. So we can put that on there. Then we can put this on here. And heck yeah. Harvard says, or you could be like me, start a kit, put it away, and somehow lose your pilot figure into the abyss. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, if you just, like, stop doing a kit, all of a sudden you just lose pieces somehow. And, yeah, I don't know. I've definitely had that with Lego sets where I'm like, where did half the minifigs of this kit go? No idea. That is a thing that I definitely have dealt with in the past. All right, so this crown piece likes to pop off like almost every kit I've ever built. And this piece likes to pop off. That's new. All right. Sure. But yeah. That is one leg assembled. We can now start doing basically the same thing on the other leg. I don't know why this piece keeps popping off, but it does. And that's annoying. Maybe I could trim it down a little bit. But yeah, I've definitely had just missing pieces. And then also, like, not only did I have when I said that, like, in the beginning I had a small table before I got this table. But even before that, before I started doing streams from home, I was streaming weekly at a rental area, and so I would have to transport all of my gear, and I was always afraid I was going to leave a sheet behind or my tools behind or something. I was always so paranoid about that, and luckily I didn't lose anything, but also that's probably because I didn't do it for too long before I eventually just started streaming from home, because I was just so nervous about doing that. It was awesome, but, like, very scary. It was cool to, like, know that I could do it remotely, because now I've certainly done it plenty of times remotely. Like, next month when I go to PAX East, I will attempt, I don't know if it'll happen, but I will attempt to do a stream from my Airbnb, because I have the webcams and my laptop can run OBS fairly well. I did that from Philadelphia for PAX Unplugged, and it went well. So I'll try to do that from Boston. I've got stuff I think every single night. So, and then stuff every day. So I don't know. I think I'm only going to be able to stream that Wednesday night. And then a whole weekend I'll just take off. And then stream when I get back on Monday is the plan anyway. Or Sunday night. And then stream on Monday. If I see you at PAX East, I'll say what's up. Please do. Urban Buddha, I will be in Bandland at PAX East. So right when you come into the main doors of the convention center, I will be there as part of our League of Heels, the video game wrestling league that we run. So I will be there. I should be there operating hours the entire weekend, except when we have our panel, because thankfully all my panels are at night. I've got improvised postmortem on Thursday night. I'll be at the Giant Bomb panel. I'm not in the Giant Bomb panel, but I'll be at the Giant Bomb panel on on Friday night. On Saturday night, I will be at Dave Lang's panel, and then my panel is Sunday day for what was it? I was trying to say? Oh, from League of Heels. I'm sorry, I'm slowing down a little bit in the old brain bank here as we get towards the end of the stream. So I apologize if I start to make a little less sense than normal. I'll try to keep focused here. The last half hour is always a little tough for me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to PAX East. I think it'll be very fun. I hope people are able to come out and see it. At the very least, Improvised Postmortem and League of Heels will both be live streamed on Twitch. League of Heels is upcoming. I guess PAX 2. Yes, a Faceless name. Also, hi, a Faceless name. Yes, it'll be the last full weekend of March. I'll be there doing that thing. And then also, yeah, League of Heels will have our show, and PAX will happen, PAX East. And yeah, Improvised Postmortem and League of Heels will both be live streamed. Lang's should hopefully be audio recorded this time. But he is not in a streaming room as far as I know. He might be. I don't think he is, though. No, I don't think he is. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I love Improvised Postmortem. It's great to have Jeff there. Jeff is doing it again. We might have a very special guest. I'm waiting to hear. A very special comedian. We will have the return of Casey Malone, who killed it at PAX East last year. Casey will return. Abby Russell will be there. Abby has a new partner who has not done Improvised Postmortem before. Hopefully he is able to confirm soon. Jeff is great. Jeff is so good on that show. But yeah, I unfortunately had some cancellations because it is rough that it's a Thursday night. Some people are just not there yet on Thursday. So Ron Funches would have a really good time. Like, Ron is so knowledgeable about games and so quick. You know, he doesn't have an improv background per se, but he's got just a really quick mind. Yeah, Ron will be great. I've always wanted to include more comedians, traditional comedians, stand-ups and improvisers, but it just has never worked out, unfortunately, with PAX. Anytime I'm at a PAX show, I do see who's in town for comedy, and try to book them accordingly. And you might be asking yourself, hey, yes, Pat, are you going to ask some of the wrestlers that are going to be at PAX East if they'll be in the League of Heels show? And the answer is, yeah, I'm going to fucking ask them. I don't know if they're going to do it, but yeah, I'm going to ask. Of course I'm going to ask. I hope that they're still there on Sunday. I hope they're interested in playing an old video game. I want them to do it. I don't know exactly who's going to be there, but apparently a couple people are going to be around and have confirmed some other things that are not related to what we do. And I am reaching out and attempting to make contact about that because it would be fucking awesome. I did not know that Go-Go 13 had been running since 1968. That's a very long manga. It's a rabbit hole trying to find the longest running manga. That's Lastbrook, that's a long fucking manga. It's a whole. It's really like I don't have anything else to say about that. That's just a long show. That's a long running series. Fuck. Wow. All right. So now I'm getting into the other C here. Gotta get these pieces out. Yeah. So basically, we're just doing what we did in the last one. You know, it's basically the same kind of kit here. The Faceless Name says Ron did a few episodes of The Fix on Netflix and has some good improv chops there. Yeah, I mean, Ron Funches is really funny and would be good at this thing, would like get the genres and be playful in a way that like would be fun to have. You know, I've done Improvised Postmortem once here in New York on a non-packed show, and that was really fun to have some of my improv friends do that and stand-up friends. So I'm always looking to do that. And of course, Casey Malone did a great job with Abby at PAX East. So happy to say he will be, even though Casey is moving to Los Angeles, he'll be at PAX East. So I'm very happy to have him at the show. But yeah, I'm excited for PAX. It's good to have something to look forward to. Like I said, I just booked a couple new people for the Rumble. I have to book many more people. I think I am about a fifth of the way there. No, I don't know how many. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at as far as booking. I've booked quite a few, and I have more to book, but it'll work out. I'll get them all booked soon. One of these days I got to get to a PAX. I enjoy them a lot, watchable markers. I mean, part of it is that for me, it is a way to keep up with friends who I only see at conventions. So I know that that is a different situation than other people have, certainly. I'm well aware that that is not everyone's situation. But for me, it is a way to catch up with friends and see people. And then also I get to do shows, and that's fun. Depending on what you like. Like, if you've got a crew and it's a board game playing crew, PAX East is awesome. PAX Unplugged is certainly incredible. If you like seeing video game journalism personalities do panels based on their podcasts or whatever, like PAX West is great for that. PAX East is also good for that. If you just want to play a lot of kind of like indie and big indie games and some tabletop, and you'll live in the middle of the country, PAX South is awesome for that. You're not going to see a lot of the people that you want to see at that PAX over other PAXs, because not everyone travels to that one, including myself. I would like to go to that in 2020. That is a goal of mine. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it is something that I would like to do. I would like to make the trek back to PAX South because I enjoyed it. But I also understand that, for some people it's like, I'd rather just go save my money and go to a local anime convention or a local Comic Con. Or I don't like conventions at all, so no fucking thanks. I totally get that. It's not for everyone. I love it, but it's not for everyone. Also, I'm very drained at the end of conventions, so I try not to. This year, I'm trying to do less that aren't in New York. I'm gonna do. I'm going to do PAX East and PAX West. I'm going to do FlameCon, which is in New York. I'm going to do New York Comic Con. And I'm going to do Anime NYC. Obviously, both those are in New York. They have New York in the name. So I'll do those. But yeah, the idea of a convention that I can, like on a Saturday, I can leave early and go home and stream and talk about what I did there. And I don't have to do it from a hotel room. I can do it from my apartment. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more conventions that I can just be at home, go home and sleep in my own bed at the end of. That sounds real great these days for me. Because I am sometimes just an old man. And as much as I have a great time at conventions, I also like sleeping in my own bed. Because that's pretty great, too. It's pretty great. And not having to fly. I don't know for sure if I'm going to end up at AwesomeCon, but I might end up at AwesomeCon, which is in D.C. And one of the major reasons why that is something that I'm thinking about is the fact that I can take a train there. Take the train to PAX East as well. I have to buy my tickets for that. My next paycheck. But yeah. Being able to buy tickets on the train is unbelievably great. And not having to, fly is so nice. Alright. So, yeah. Finishing up the leg here. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here. We're not quite done. We got to do the rest of the leg, and then we got to do the foot here, the ankle, so that we can put the foot on. But we're pretty much done with this. We got a lot done today as far as this kit goes and getting the legs together. Still have more work to do, but we're on the way as far as that goes. Finish up there. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for everybody new. AwesomeCon is just it's a DC-based comic convention. I believe it's new, but My friends at Oni are going to be there, so we've talked about maybe me going and hanging out with them. It's in April. I haven't decided necessarily if I'm definitely going or not because it will be exactly 1 month after PAX East, and maybe I don't want to go to the convention, but I might end up going because it is so close. But yeah, it's like a 3-day fun convention in the in DC, so I might go there. I don't know, but yeah. I'll be back on Saturday when the next build stream. We'll keep working on we'll finish off this leg. We'll do, we've got so much left to build here. We've got to do the waist and put it all together. And then we've got all of the weapons, the many, many nonsense weapons, the cool swords, the stand, the giant blade that turns into a bow. So much to build with this kit. Thank you all for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday or Friday or whatever it is. And I hope to see you on Saturday. Thanks to folks that stopped by for the first time. Consider giving me a follow. Set your notifications so you know when I'm streaming next, which will be on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And until the next time, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.